Hey everybody, welcome back to K&K Crochet. I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
I'm the mama.
I'm the daughter.
And together we talk about crochet, and Kristen talks about knitting and whatever other crafts we're getting into. Hot Rod's down here shaking everything. And we talk about life and mental health and all those kinds of things and our charity outreaches. So just to give you a rundown, because we've had some new subscribers and we're so thankful. We are at 740 subscribers and over 2,500 watch hours. So we're moving. September will be our 2-year anniversary for
Really? Oh yeah, it has.
for
Wow.
YouTube. So hopefully by then we will reach our 1,000 subscribers and our 4,000 hours. And we'll see. So today we've got two things to talk to you about. I'm going to let Kristen talk about this one first because this is hers.
That is the bandana cowl by Bag O' Day. But I did, hers is bigger. I did 20 rows of the granny stitch I did 15 rows instead of 20, sorry. And to make it smaller. And then the Red Truck applique is actually a Red Truck ornament by Desert Blossom Crafts. I just didn't add the yarn for the hanger.
That's the second time we've used some of her stuff lately because
Yeah.
the frog, Felicity the Frog, I think was by her.
And I just sewed it on for a gift for a friend.
Okay, Red Heart yarn.
Yes, all red heart.
And what hook? You remember?
Oh, the cow was a J, and then the truck was a 3. She used a 4, but I went down to a 3.75 because my tension is loose.
And the cowl is one of the ones that you sew up in the back of the
Yep.
neck so it just goes over your head. And I gifted some of those for Christmas and they were very well loved.
Yep.
I did have to explain what they were.
Yeah.
Most people don't know what they are. And actually I think you had to do that
I did.
too, right?
I had to, yeah.
Do you guys have that problem? Like you gift something and they don't know what it's for? I mean, I thought those were pretty common I guess not in other kind of fabric and material, but when I was growing up, we called them a dickie, and they were made out of like cotton and things, and you would slide it over your head, and it would have a turtleneck, and then it would hang down inside of your shirt or your blazer or whatever you had, like a cardigan, and then that would just be the top part to keep your neck warm. But apparently, that's not a thing anymore. Whatever. So anyway, yeah, Kristen made that for a gift and was working on that to give away. So that's why you don't have it here to see because it's gone. Its recipient has it. And then here's mine.
He's so cute.
And it's a Triceratops. You can't tell. I took pictures and put on Facebook, but you can't tell. Like you seriously, legitimately can't tell when you're on Facebook that that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, there's no pattern for this. There is a pattern legitimately somewhere. I'm sure there's a pattern. There are lots of patterns for these. But the problem with this is I could not find one that I liked, and then I found a picture of one, and so I used the picture and made my own. So I looked at the picture and made my own pattern, and I can't tell you what it is because I did it as I was going. Like I started and just thought, I think this will work. And then I'll do this for this. I do know that I did for the ruffles on the back here for his frills. I did single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, and then I slip stitched in the next stitch over. And so that's how I did those. The horns of these little ones, I did like triangles and then sewed them up like flat triangles, like chain 2 and then crochet back in them. And then this one, I actually went around a circle and worked it up. And then I put safety eyes in. This is those 3 pieces, the tail and the legs were sewn on, but the body is one continuous piece, including the frills. They were worked in the front loop, and then the next stitches worked in the back loop, so that I didn't have to go back and add those on. Now, it is stuffed with previous yarn scraps. Now, the tail, I started in the round and just worked my way down. The reason behind this is because I used to work, if you're on a Facebook group, you know, I worked at Head Start for almost 10 years, and I used to make these. I made this one, I made a pterodactyl, and I made a brontosaurus. And we did paper mache eggs, and I would spend all day doing that one week, and they would dry, and then, of course, you leave a hole in the top to pop the balloon, And when I left the hole in the top, after that dried and I popped the balloon, I dropped the dinosaur down in it, and I just leave like a hole just barely big enough to put it through. And then I would paper mache over top of it and let it dry. And so the story was that there was a mama dinosaur that dropped all her babies off at the Head Start and her eggs off, and asked the kids to babysit because she needed a vacation. It did dawn on me at the time that all these different dinosaurs were the same mama. That didn't make sense, did it? Kids didn't know. Nobody cared. Adults didn't care. Anyway, so every day we would take an X-Acto knife and cut on the egg a little bit before the kids came until the egg completely hatched. And the babies were missing when they hatched. They were all over the school. So the kids had to run around the school, of course, with us to go find them. And actually, one of them even had to go outside with the bus driver and search the bus and found one there, hanging from the mirror. And then they had a journal. So we had printed out this journal paper and sent the dinosaurs home with them. And they were to send back the story with the journal. And some of them sent pictures of what the dino did at their house that evening. And so we took a chance, right, of the dinosaurs actually coming back. But they did. They all came back. I mean, we never had a problem. And it was a great thing to share. And parents, like, back then we weren't doing social media or anything like that. But that would have been a great thing for social media for the Head Start Center. But so that's what we did. And I had a parent ask me, her child is now graduating this year with Kristen. And it was one of my kids. And she wanted to know, could I go back and make one? That pattern is like 13 years old. I have no idea. So I looked and looked and looked. I spent all day looking for a pattern I liked. I didn't like any of them. So I ended up just making up my own. And I think I still have to go back and make a T-Rex or something. I don't know yet. I'm waiting on a color and that kind of thing. But this is what I came up with. And I do think that when I did those before, that at least one of them I made up. And I think it might have been this one, because I couldn't find a pattern that I like. So anyway, that's where that came from. And you're going to see that we're doing something similar with YouTube. We are doing the Bumblebees. So Buddy and Belle B are going to visit some fellow YouTubers, some content creators, and they're going to share their story with you. So that's my T-Rex, or not T-Rex, Triceratops. Yeah, that word. And Kristen's scarf, or cow. Mm-hmm. So that's what we have this week. So let us know down below if you have a baby dinosaur pattern like this. Not with the bulky yarn. I can't do bulky yarn. I've done it. I did it with the baby doll I did a couple weeks ago, and it hurts my hands. And that, I think that was my last foray into that, because I've said over and over, I don't use it. I don't use it. And I'll go back and say, oh, maybe this time. Nope, not this time. It hurt. So I'm strictly a worsted weight kind of girl, so let me know if you have a dino. It can be a bulky weight yarn like that, and I could double strand this kind of thing, and it would be a little smaller, but I prefer not to do that, especially for these little tiny ones, because in order to get the shape, you need to use a smaller yarn. So let us know down below, and we hope you're having a great day, and don't forget to be kind, because
you don't miss this journey.
Bye.
Bye.